there's two perspectives on the Yankees World Series run this season, and I think both can be true at the same time. The one perspective is they won the World Series. They battled this long season. Everyone stayed healthy. It's so hard to win an American League championship. It's so hard to get to the World Series. So many things have to go right. So many things have to line up. And that's entirely true for this Yankees team. And they certainly deserve to be in the World Series. But what also can be true is they might have had the easiest path to the World Series of any team in the American League in a long, long time. And that's not to discredit what they've accomplished so far. But what that will do, in my opinion, is serve them negatively as they go into this World Series matchup with the Dodgers, because they haven't played anybody anywhere near the caliber of the Dodgers. Well, frankly, at any point in this season, because the Dodgers are the best team in baseball, but also it's not going to help them out because they're not used to the relentless nature of the offensive approaches from the Kansas City Royals, from the Cleveland Guardians. And that's no disrespect to either one of those teams. But Kansas City, everybody knows, probably wasn't expected to be there, didn't have any lineup depth after the top four guys. Their starting pitching was okay. Their bullpen was meh. The Guardians, solid starting pitching, good bullpen. Lineup was meh. Had a couple of solid dudes at the top of the order again. Everyone else, not really a big-time threat. And frankly, the Yankees won a 7-game series on one Aaron Judge timely homer, one timely Juan Soto homer, and then Giancarlo Stanton. And then they kind of breezed their way through it. I mean, again, I don't mean to be disrespectful to the Guardians, but watch them play those first 2 games in New York. I watched a number of different Yankees fans and Yankee influencers and people on social media, listen to what they had to say, listen to how they treated this ALCS matchup. They were like literally laughing their way through it. They didn't play well. They watched the Cleveland Guardians team, looked at their roster, compared it to theirs. And frankly, they never took Cleveland serious. They never took Kansas City serious. So you can get mad about people saying the Yankees had the easiest path to the World Series in a long time, but that's the God honest truth. That is just the truth. Overall, the American League was weak in the postseason this year. Baltimore had a talented team. Houston had some talent as well. But Baltimore has 0 postseason experience, and this is now back-to-back years where they've shown up in the first round of the postseason and gotten smoked because their bats go cold, their young hitters press way too hard, and they forget how to hit. And on the Houston side, yeah, it's the Astros, but it's not the same Astros. So Detroit beats Houston, Kansas City beats Baltimore. Now the Yankees have to play the Kansas City Royals, who weren't supposed to be there, and either on the other side, the Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians. 2 teams that, again, aren't a threat. Like the farthest the Cleveland Guardians were going to go in this year's playoffs was where they went, which is 1 win in the championship series. The Yankees literally needed 2 or 3 players in the ALCS to win 4 games. And that was a combination of Soto and Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Like, that's it, man. So while they deserve to be there, they've earned the right to get to the World Series. The Yankees are a very good baseball team who earned the number 1 seed. There's no discrediting what they've accomplished so far, but look at how Yankees fans treated that entire postseason run. I'd say some Yankee fans were more nervous about the matchup against Kansas City than they were about the matchup against Cleveland. I mean, again, I was watching some live streams. I was looking at reaction videos and all this stuff from Yankee fans throughout that ALCS against the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, they were joking around. They were laughing. They were never nervous, ever, like at all. And it shows. And they have great players and they deserve to be there. But the Yankees had one of the easiest paths to the postseason, or one of the easiest paths to the World Series, man. I mean, it was candy cane lane for the Yankees to get to the World Series. It was so easy, probably the easiest path to the World Series in recent memory. No discrediting. I just don't think it's going to help them out once they get into this World Series matchup against the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are so much better than any team they've played so far.